Hey everyone, this is Josh Galvin with Tizish.com. On this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add this featured drop-down menu to your website through your admin panel. Alrighty, so by default it doesn't show up, but here's how you make it show up. Alright, so go to your admin panel, and under the Edit Tizish Theme Options found under Appearance that's what you want to click. So Edit Tizish Theme Options. Now after this page loads up, what you want to do is scroll to the very bottom under the miscellaneous options, and you see this one here, scrolling drop down box. The first button you have to click to turn it on is the following. See right here, turn on header area scrolling box. If you ignore that, if you have it blank like how it is by default, then it won't show up. Just to show you. Alright, so now it's saved, and now we'll refresh the page and you'll see how it disappears. So now it's not there. So obviously, to make this show up, you have to first click yes in this top box. After clicking yes, here's the next two options. I'll get to this part last because this is really what makes the content show up. But basically, this one here, name the drop down box here. So whatever you want to name it. See how I have contact us now? I'll put you can say whatever. Just to show you that you can make the box say whatever you want, which means the drop down text itself, after you hit save, when I hit refresh, what's the drop down text going to specifically say? You can say whatever. You see that? So now when I open it up, it shows the content. So now's the final part, which is how do you get the content to actually show up here? Alright, here's what you have to do. You have to create a page first, an actual WordPress page, meaning found here as a page. You have to create a new page and put the content you want to show up there. And then after you do that, you have to get the page ID of that page and put it into this section. If you don't know how to find the page ID, you could just go here, go here to this section and click on this video tutorial, and then I'll show you how to find the page ID. I'm still going to show you on this one anyways, but just in case. So anyhow, let's first show you. Let's create an actual page, a new page, or let me go to this one first to edit it. So 1130, which is the Contact Us page. So I go here, I go under Pages. If I go and I create a new page, here's how. Let's just go to the contact page actually. Wait, that isn't the exact page. Let's find the specific one. Oh, here it is. Example post for the drop down menu. So here's the example page I was using. So here's how it works. Your drop down menu, as a note, when you click on this, it does not go past this mark, meaning your content should be aligned up in a nice way to not go past this mark. This total size, you're gonna have to just do a couple trial and error and stuff and try it and give it a go. But as a little heads up, the total height is no bigger than 385 pixels, as you can tell. So if you're gonna be putting a lot of content, make sure it doesn't go way too tall because it will get cut off, as I'm gonna show you here. So let's say here's our left side. Let's just say if I duplicate this content just to create more, and see how there's loads of content. Well, watch what happens when I click update. When I click update and it saves, now when I go back to the page and I hit refresh, you're going to see that it gets cut off anyhow. So it's smart to make your content not too big, and what gets put in the box really it's gonna vary. So when I open this down, you see how the content gets cut off. It's just way too long, it gets cut off. So keep that in mind when you're making this page. Alright, you need to make sure that when you make this page, the content fits. Alright, so let me show you a little code to let you separate the right side and content and left side content. This is what you want to type. This is what you want to save, and I included this code inside this blog posting so you could copy and paste it directly. Alright, so here it is. So do this. Take the code that's on the blog post and click on the HTML tab. Now when you click here, just hit Control A or whatever you want just to basically delete all the content. So that way it's completely blank. So now paste the following code I gave you in the blog post that has this tutorial. Now see here, see how there's this block of code and then there's this block of code. This separates, this is the left side of the code as you saw originally, and this is the right side of the code. Alright, so what you need to do is put your content here for the left side and put your content here for the right side. So here, for instance, what you want to do is, let's say you want to put a video on the right side. So go to YouTube, click the embed button, and then make sure that use old embed code is the code that's written up. Alright? After doing that, click on 480 by 385, and now go ahead and click here, copy this code, go back to your edit page, and now paste it here on the right side, assuming you do want it on the right side. And now for the left side, just put whatever content you want. You could put a picture as well if you want, whatever the case is. You can put your content here. The key thing is don't mess with these codes, and make sure everything's in between them as you see. Alright? Now after you do this, you can now push visual. So as you can see, you have your video on the right and your content here. If you want to put an image here, just do the same thing with uploading and aligning it or whatever, but make sure your cursor is in this left section. Don't click on the right or else that could mess things up. If you want to make some things bold, let's say, you want to have bold text or whatever the case is, or you want to make duplicate text of this, let's just say. Oh, see how I messed that up right there? If you mess it up, hit Control Z on your keyboard, and that'll revert your mistake back. Alright, so basically that's everything. So you still see here, this section here is the top, this section is the bottom, and this is the code goes in the middle for the left side. This section here is the right side beginning, and this section is the ending with all the code in the middle here. So now when I hit update, or when I hit save or publish, whatever you want to call it, as you see there, when I do that, what's going to happen is this home page drop down, when I hit refresh, it's going to now show the updated video and the updated content I had put in. But obviously you're going to fill this up with whatever content you would prefer. But the key thing is use the code that I gave you to originally separate the left side and the right side of the content. Alright? Now this is the first part. After you make your page, you now need to do the final part of going to the Edit Tizish options and telling the system what is your page ID to pull the content from. So what you need to do is, on the same page you just created, look at your URL. In your URL it'll say post equals, and there will be a number. See how it says 1130? Just you're going to have to copy that number and paste it into the choose page to appear on drop down button here. You see that? After that, just click update options and you're all set. Now after you do that, then pretty much this box will show up as with the video on the right, or content or images, whatever you want on there, and then the content on the left. And that's pretty much everything if you want to use this box. To turn this box off or to change the text, remember that's just at the very same section. To turn it off, just take this, make that blank, or to change the text, make sure that this still says yes, and then make sure that this says whatever you want. Make it text that matches whatever your page is. Is it a contact us or something? So that's what I'm going to use for now as a test. So that's everything for doing this. If you have any questions, go to facebook.com/Tizish and ask me there. Alrighty? Well, good luck, and show me what you do with this tool if you end up using it on your website. Alrighty? Well, have fun. Take care.